Just got back from the gym and I was thinking about something, and that's boundaries. Now, it's not gonna be what you think. Oh yeah, let's set some boundaries on people. I'm ready. It's the new year. I'm getting ready to make a new me. And you know how we do. We have these false New Year's resolutions that we're about to try. Today, we're talking about setting boundaries for you, because it all begins with you. And we're not setting boundaries for other people. We're setting boundaries for ourselves. Stick with me over the next couple of minutes, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. I had to start setting boundaries for myself before I could set boundaries on anyone else and expect them to uphold their boundaries. After my brother died, I fell into a depression. And I let some of my boundaries go. I decided that it wasn't important to work out. I decided that it wasn't important enough to take a shower twice a day or after my workout. I decided that the boundaries, some of you call them goals, were just too hard right now. I had to reset those. Before I could set a boundary on anyone else or reinforce my goals or boundaries, I needed to deal with me. I got back in the gym. And I set a boundary that between 4 and 4:20, I needed to get up and go to the gym. And it starts small. It doesn't have to be anything big. I talk to my kids and I talk to them about the same thing. So you can call them boundaries, you can call them goals, you can call them self-respect, you can call it anything you want to, but unless you respect yourself and set a boundary for yourself, you can never hold someone else accountable for their actions. And it took me a while to realize that. One of my boundaries is to make my bed. So every morning at 4, because I set another boundary for the gym, as you just heard, I get up, and before I can leave the house, I make my bed. What does this do for you? It starts to give you self-confidence. It starts to set a boundary that you cannot go past this, get to the next step unless you do this first. And if I make my bed first, then the rest of the day is a breeze. Even if it's hard, it's a breeze, but I choose to get through it. So I make my bed, I get dressed, and I hit the gym. Once I did that for about 6 months, my next thing was to talk to my parents in the morning. That was my thing. And once I set those 2 goals or 2 boundaries, I was then able to tell them, this is the time frame that I have. Now, I could switch that around. It's not in concrete. If I found that I couldn't make it to 4, which I had to do steps. First it was 5, 4:30, 4:20, 4:10, then 4 o'clock. Then it was make my bed. Every once in a while I slipped, but I got back on it. So now every morning I make my bed. I go to the gym, I get back, I change out of my shoes, my gym shoes, into what I'm going to wear for the day. And then I call my parents because they are expecting me now. I've set a goal or a boundary for them, and they've set a goal or a boundary to be up by 6:30 so that I can talk to them for half an hour a day. We go over just whatever we want to talk about for the day because they live in South Carolina. What I am saying is, make that boundary, make that change, and don't beat yourself up if you don't get it perfect the first time. You will. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. So I'm getting ready to finish my coffee. I got my pot on. I got this little mushroom coffee going. I don't think I've showed you guys this. This is my mushroom coffee. Nature Bell organic mushroom coffee. It has 10 functional mushrooms in it. Really helps me throughout the day. But I'm getting ready to make a cup of it, and it's just about time for me to talk to my parents. So, with that being said, until next time, and you know there will be a next time, I'm out.